There's a mysterious interstellar object hurtling towards our solar system, exciting scientists across the globe. While many think it's just a comet, some theorizing a possible alien origin due to a few curious characteristics.
The discovery of 3I Atlas in 2025 sent shockwaves through the scientific community. A cosmic visitor from another star system, speeding through space with an elliptical trajectory that confirmed it was unbound by the sun's gravity. To the public, its sudden appearance was a groundbreaking moment. But what if the discovery of 3I Atlas wasn't a surprise at all? What if, in fact, it had been under observation for far longer, monitored by a secret government program for over 2 decades? Leaked documents now suggest this could be the case, pointing to a hidden Pentagon initiative that may have tracked the comet since its earliest moments, long before humanity officially knew of its existence. The documents, recently uncovered by sources close to the investigation, outline the existence of a covert planetary defense strategy named Cassandra. This secret planetary defense strategy was reportedly devised in the early 2000s to monitor, track, and analyze potential threats from objects in deep space, objects like 3I Atlas. The leaked papers suggest that the U.S. government, under the radar, had been aware of this interstellar comet far before its public discovery by the Atlas Telescope Network in Chile. According to the documents, 3I Atlas wasn't just another comet, it was part of a long-standing surveillance operation under Cassandra, one that tracked interstellar objects for signs of potential threat. The program's reach was vast, incorporating advanced technologies and global collaboration, all geared towards tracking cosmic visitors that might pose a risk to Earth's security. Cassandra, as described in the leaks, was not a small, isolated project. It involved advanced systems, codenamed Oracle, Argus Vis, and Umbra 3C, capable of observing and analyzing objects in deep space with extreme precision. The leaked documents highlight how these systems in particular were used to track the movement of 3I Atlas through our solar system, identifying it long before its discovery became public knowledge. These technologies, described in the papers as highly classified, were designed to detect not just ordinary asteroids or comets, but anything that could be considered a potential threat, whether it be from a collision course with Earth or from signals suggesting extraterrestrial origins. The timeline revealed in the leaks is even more compelling. The documents suggest that 3I Atlas, in its early trajectory, exhibited unusual emissions, behaviors that triggered immediate attention. While conventional comets are known to release gas and dust as they approach the Sun, 3I Atlas's emissions appeared far more structured than expected. This anomaly, the papers imply, may have been what first caught the attention of U.S. defense agencies. Structured emissions can sometimes be interpreted as a sign of artificial manipulation or interference, an indication that 3I Atlas wasn't just a natural celestial body, but something that might have warranted further investigation. After 3I Atlas was made public, Avi Loeb, known for his provocative theories on interstellar objects, began to notice several anomalies in the comet's behavior that mirrored the unusual properties of Oumuamua. Loeb has argued that objects like 3I Atlas might not just be natural comets or asteroids, but could be influenced by forces that suggest artificiality. He began cataloging these anomalies, some of which are strikingly similar to the behavior he observed in Oumuamua, and others that are uniquely characteristic of 3I Atlas. Loeb organized these anomalies by their likelihood, ranging from the possibility that the comet's outgassing might be anisotropic, directed in a specific manner rather than random, to the possibility that 3I Atlas's tail exhibited unusual physical features that might be indicative of structural manipulation. Among the most compelling anomalies Loeb discovered was the irregularity in the speed of 3I Atlas. Unlike typical comets, whose speeds are largely determined by gravitational forces, 3I Atlas appeared to experience fluctuations in its velocity that could not be easily explained by the sun's gravitational pull alone. This acceleration, Loeb speculates, could point to an external force at play, possibly something like solar sails or some form of propulsion. Additionally, Loeb noticed that the comet's tail appeared more structured than what would be expected from a natural outgassing process. These structural features raised the possibility that 3I Atlas might not just be a passive visitor, but could instead be an object under the influence of some external control, potentially even an artifact placed in motion deliberately, something that might align with the Pentagon's interest in monitoring the object closely. As the leaks suggest, it was not just the comet's trajectory, but its very behavior that seemed to warrant the kind of long-term surveillance the Pentagon had been allegedly conducting. For over 2 decades, the Pentagon allegedly tracked the comet through various surveillance technologies, observing its path, emissions, and behavior. The idea that 3I Atlas might have been on the Pentagon's radar for such a long period raises several questions. Was this object part of an ongoing assessment of extraterrestrial threats? Did the US government see the comet as a potential harbinger of something far more dangerous than just a passing visitor from another star system? Or were these efforts focused on monitoring its unusual emissions, which might have suggested something far stranger than the natural activity of a comet? The technologies involved in this secret operation are worth exploring. Oracle, for example, was said to be capable of detecting and tracking objects across vast distances in space, providing real-time data on their movement, composition, and any changes in their emissions. Argus Vis, another system mentioned in the leaked papers, was designed to monitor objects with unparalleled precision, analyzing data that could detect even the smallest irregularities in an object's behavior. And then there's Umber 3C, a system with the capability to track multiple objects simultaneously, ensuring that no threat, whether a comet, asteroid, or potentially hostile object, would go unnoticed. These systems were allegedly used not just to track 3I Atlas, but also to identify other objects that might pose a future risk. Yet the idea of a secret surveillance program monitoring an object like 3I Atlas brings up unsettling questions about transparency and government secrecy. Why would such a program be hidden from the public for so long? The leaks suggest that the US government, likely motivated by national security concerns, chose to keep the existence of such a program under wraps, citing the need for secrecy in matters of planetary defense. The reasoning, according to some sources, is that public knowledge of these efforts could spark widespread fear, especially if the objects being tracked were perceived as potential threats. If the general population knew that the government was tracking interstellar visitors, there could be panic, especially if those objects were viewed as possible threats of extraterrestrial origin. The notion that the US government could have kept such a significant discovery hidden for so long raises troubling implications about the nature of government secrecy and control over information. What else are we not being told about objects in space? How many other comets, asteroids, or celestial phenomena have been observed by secret government programs that the public has yet to learn about? Are we as a society truly being kept in the dark about potential dangers lurking in the cosmos? It's important to note, however, that despite the tantalizing nature of the leaks, much of the information contained within the documents remains speculative. While the idea of a secret planetary defense program monitoring interstellar objects like 3I Atlas is certainly intriguing, it has yet to be fully verified by independent sources. The scientific community, for its part, has not confirmed the existence of a program like Cassandra, nor has it substantiated the claims about 3I Atlas's unusual emissions. The comet has been thoroughly studied by astronomers worldwide, and while its interstellar origin and cometary behavior are well documented, there has been no evidence suggesting that it exhibits any signs of artificial interference or manipulation. Still, the possibility that such a program exists, whether related to 3I Atlas or other cosmic phenomena, raises important questions about the intersection of science, defense, and secrecy. Planetary defense, once a niche field reserved for science fiction, has increasingly become a legitimate concern for governments worldwide. As space exploration and the study of objects beyond our solar system continue to advance, the question of how governments monitor and protect Earth from potential cosmic threats becomes more pressing. If the Pentagon has been tracking interstellar objects like 3I Atlas for years, what else might they be watching, and why are we not being told about it? The official stance from global space agencies, including NASA and the European Space Agency, has been that 3I Atlas poses no immediate threat to Earth. The object is simply another remarkable visitor from the depths of space, offering scientists a rare opportunity to study material from outside our solar system. Yet the leaked papers suggest a much more complex narrative, one in which national security and the need for preparedness might be driving the observation of celestial objects far beyond our understanding. In the end, while the truth behind the Pentagon's alleged surveillance of 3I Atlas remains shrouded in mystery, one thing is clear: our understanding of space and the way governments respond to potential threats from it is likely more secretive than we ever imagined. As humanity continues to gaze into the cosmos, perhaps the most important question is not whether we will encounter other interstellar visitors, but how much of the truth we will ever be allowed to know.